Following is brought to you by Falzo Filter Supply Company.
You're listening to the Smells Like Middle-Aged Spirit podcast.
What smells so bad?
It's strong, but you'll get used to it. Now here's your hosts, Nick Stevenson and
buddy.
Chris Clark.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is that time again. Whatever time of day it is, wherever you may be listening or watching in the world, welcome to episode 21 of the Smells Like Middle-Aged Spirit podcast. As always, my name is Nick Stevenson. I am just one of your gracious and humble hosts. Sitting directly across from me is my brother from another mother, Christopher Clark. What it do, baby?
What's up, my dude?
All right, my man. So, welcome back, everybody. Last week was fun. We had a good time, man.
The video chat on YouTube was hella badass. I dig that.
It was very cool.
Yeah.
It was very cool. I'm thinking we might do the same thing this coming up Wednesday, man.
Okay.
Because that was fun.
Yeah, that was
Getting
fun.
everybody together. We had anywhere from 10 to 15 people coming in and
I
out.
thought I saw about 13 or 14 people.
Yeah.
There.
I think the most we had was like 17 or 18 at one time. Some people were coming in, coming out.
Yeah.
Just poking their head and saying, "Hey guys, what's up?" Which was very cool, man. And it was just fun to chat with everybody who's been listening to us. And I mean, Florida was representing pretty hard, man.
I know. Shout out Florida.
Yeah. My man Snapback T, Caitlin was there. Good friend Brittany. Florida was representing, man. So we had a good time.
Tish from Louisiana was there.
Yes, absolutely. There was some. I found out also there were some people who were watching, but they weren't chatting with us. They were listening intently.
Gotcha.
So Taylor was there. A few other people.
Nice.
So it was a good time, man, and it's just cool to. I guess I don't know how I would say it. See the fruits of your labor. Like we work really hard on this, and we worked really hard to put this together.
Yeah.
And what we've always been excited about from the jump was getting to the video part
Of
and
course.
being able to share with everybody.
Yeah.
So it's been exciting, man. We're moving ahead full steam, and it's been fun. So if you have not yet subscribed to our YouTube channel, if you were just one of our loyal listeners, which we appreciate very much, but go ahead and check us out on YouTube. We are at about 86 subscribers at the moment. Once we get to 100, I'll actually be able to customize the URL to something much more memorable because I couldn't tell you what it is right now. It looks like hieroglyphics to me. But yeah, once we get to 100 subscribers, we can make it a little bit easier for you to remember. But just go on YouTube and search Smells Like Middle-Aged Spirit Podcast. You'll see us. We're the big microphone logo with the orange and black writing. Orange writing, orange and black logo. So we had a good time, man. And hopefully some more people will join us.
Yeah, that was fun.
For this
That was
video.
cool.
I don't know if it's in the video or not, but you may see that we have a little bit of a smorgasbord spread in front of us. What we decided to do today is we're going to tackle just a few random subjects, but to make it a little more interesting, or shall I say add some spice to the conversation, we decided let's literally add some spice to the conversation. I have before us 4 different flavors of chicken wings from Buffalo Wild Wings, who is not a sponsor of the Smells Like Middle-Aged Spirit podcast, but if they want to be, holla at your boy. So I'm going to go ahead and let everybody know right now, I like spicy food.
And I'm gonna go ahead and let everybody know that just disclaimer, I'm a bitch basic motherfucker. Okay. I like my boneless honey barbecue chicken wings.
Right.
That's what I like.
So
So Nick's like set out to make me look like a little bitch. This first time, I mean, he's got like this mild shit, and I'm gonna be fucking spitting in a napkin.
There we go. We're gonna start with mild when we get to our first subject, and then every time we change the subject, we're gonna turn up the heat a little bit. And
Make Chris look like a bitch.
So I got on Facebook and I said, "Who's got the hottest wings?" And there was a bunch of people who had different opinions, but Buffalo Wild Wings came up quite a few times. So we're going to start with mild and then move up to the original buffalo sauce. Then we've got some mango habanero. And then we're going with the spiciest one they got, the blazing. Dude, that one I'm worried about.
I'm worried about all these motherfuckers.
I've had the mango habanero before, and it's got some heat to it, but I've never dared to even try
Be shitting like a
I don't know if
fucking
Buffalo
Cancun
Wild
for a
Wings.
week.
I don't know if they still do this, but they used to have like this contest.
Yeah.
Like if you can eat so many blazing wings in a certain amount of time, they'll like put your name on a plaque or give you a free
God.
T-shirt or some shit like that. I've heard they're pretty hot. So I got my Michelob Ultra ready. I might be chewing on a napkin by the time it's all said and done. Who knows? But one thing I want to make sure that I do, as a request from my daughter, Madeline, who can't stand the sound of smacking. She said, make sure you mute the microphone when you're eating. And I said, okay, we'll do that. So why don't, before we get into this first topic, why don't we dive in, sir? You said you have some napkins over there?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
I think you're going to be okay with these.
I'm pretty goddamn sure I'm not.
I was going to go with medium, but I went with mild because I'm like, okay, we got to set a baseline for Chris. So we're going to know if
We did just set the baseline. See, I gave you a little big napkin. I got this big old motherfucker so I can spit that shit in
So
here.
this is what I know. If this fucks you up, you're in trouble. If this fucks you up, you're in trouble. So I'm going to mute us really quick so people can't hear us chewing and shit. And let's go ahead and dive into this. Apparently the box is vacuum sealed. All right. Should I go with a drum or a flat? Let's go with a drum. All right, here we go. It's probably great television to watch. So that's light work, bro. That's nothing. That's good. I might eat a couple in the course of this conversation. You good?
Yeah, that's not bad.
Okay. All right. So the first
I was
topic.
concerned about that. I'm not gonna lie.
The first topic that we're going to get into is one that we were supposed to talk about last time, and I completely forgot. We discovered when we show prep that sometimes we talk too much. I wanted us to get into our New Year's resolutions because the year's halfway over now, and we, on our Christmas episode last season, we talked about some things that we were looking forward to and some of the resolutions we were going to set for ourselves. So I thought we'd look back on that and see how we did. The first one I'm going to play is from Chris Clark. I got a couple of sound bites here.
Bum, bum, bum.
He let us know what he was going to do in the year 2020. Let's check it out.
One thing that I've noticed myself on way too much is social media.
Yeah.
That is my New Year's resolution. But that is my New Year's resolution, is to be off of this phone.
Yeah.
You know, of course I'm still going to have to, you know, do business related
Yeah, you have to
matters
be active.
and things like that on all my social media accounts. But as far as my personal stuff, my personal life, my personal gains, my, you know, what's going on in my life,
Yeah.
in 2020, you're not going to see that from Chris Clark.
Yeah. All right, Chris. How you feel you've done on that?
I feel like I've done decent. I'd probably say about 80% of that's factual.
Yeah, I can see a difference.
I mean,
And
I used to share fucking memes night and day and all kind of crazy shit, and now
you're still on your motivational shit for sure.
I do
On
that
the
for
regular.
me. I do that for me though.
Absolutely. And then of course, like you said in the clip, you know, you have businesses that you're promoting.
Yes.
So yeah, I would
not
honestly say
completely
you've toned it
unavoidable.
down. I would say you've toned it down a lot. So we'll go ahead and give you a yes on that one, man. You did pretty good. I followed up with, I think I kind of cherry picked off of you. We talked about, you know, spending less time on social media.
Yeah.
And more time living in the moments and with our family. So this is what I had to add to the conversation. I'm always looking at who's listening to the podcast.
Yeah.
I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Like
Of
I'm
course.
refreshing that motherfucker constantly.
Of course.
And then I'm like, okay, I got to make sure I get on Facebook and reach out to people
Yeah.
so that they can interact with that. Okay,
Yeah.
now I got to get on Instagram. I'm with you. That's something I want to work on because I can set that phone down for 3 hours and whatever happens in between, if I'm not looking at it in real time, it's okay. All right.
What you think? No bueno, huh? No bueno.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. I was like looking at our numbers before we started recording just a few minutes ago. I don't know, man. And you know what's funny? When we were doing a practice episode, getting ready for this,
Yeah.
I asked you, "Hey, man, what are your goals for season 2?" And you're like, "I just want to have good podcasts." And I'm like, "Yeah, but we got because we're probably over 3,800 around the time season 2 ended." So I'm like, "Okay, I want to do that plus 50%. So like, let's get to just below 10,000."
Yeah.
And you said to me, like, to me, to be honest, you said, "Nick, I don't think the numbers are really gonna
Justify how good we're doing.
Yeah, show whether we're doing good or not." And I said, "That's absolutely right. You are true. What it will show is like, okay, how good of salesmen are we?"
And that's what the stats all boil down to is like basically advertising rights or advertising whatever. Like that's how our advertisers know that their stuff's going to be getting out there.
Right. And so, I would say I probably failed at not looking at the numbers. And I keep telling myself, don't pay attention to the numbers.
Yeah.
But man, it's like
It's exciting when they jump.
When I open the browser on my phone, like it's one of my favorites. Like it's sitting right there. Like,
Yeah.
And I'll even go into the Spirit Swag store and like how many people visited today. Like
I do the same shit with Etsy, dude. Probably 10 times a day.
Yeah.
How many people are in my store right now?
Exactly. Because you want to see, okay, what are they looking at?
Yeah.
Because, I don't know about Etsy, but Shopify will tell you, this is the item that got viewed the most. This item was put in the cart.
Yeah.
And maybe not purchased. So
yeah. Well,
it kind of gives you
Etsy
an
has
idea.
this little thing to where you can do like if somebody has it in their cart, right?
Yeah.
You can go in and say, you can like shake the little bell and it'll give them $1 off if you purchase it right now.
Right.
And sometimes it works, sometimes it don't, but
okay, yeah. So I would say I definitely failed on that one. Let's see what my next resolution was. I would say for me, if I'm going to be resolved to do anything, it would be to savor the moments.
yeah, of course.
My kids are getting older.
Yeah.
They're not
Soak
babies
it up while
anymore.
you can, man. Soak it up while you can.
They get on your damn nerves,
Ooh.
of course.
Yeah.
But sometimes Maddie will want to hug, and I'll be like, "Man, get off me."
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Wait a minute, get back over here. I'll hug you." Pretty soon, you're not gonna want to hug me.
Yeah.
Okay, I definitely hug Maddie every time she wants a hug. So that I did good. And yeah, I think, I don't know, don't ask my wife. Because sometimes it bothers her the amount of time I spend working on editing. Like editing is the part, I love the whole process, but editing is the one part that it gets under my skin. You saw the fiasco we dealt with last weekend. But it's going to get better. When we first started the audio part, I think,
of course.
I think episode 2 I worked on for like 6 hours just for the audio from Thanksgiving. So I knew starting out there was going to be a couple hiccups.
Yeah.
And I tried to, the one thing we talked about last season too is making a schedule. And so I try to stick to that schedule.
That's helped tremendously.
Like, this is the time I'm going to work on the podcast.
Yes.
And whether I'm finished what I started or not, once that cutoff goes, like, okay, now it's time to spend time with your family. So I'm gonna give me a ding on that one.
Go ahead and give yourself a ding, Nick. I agree.
I'm gonna give me a ding on that one. 1 out of 2. I said something else in
Did I only have one?
In 2019. I listened. I think that was the only one you had.
Well, shit. Look at there. Hashtag winning.
Yeah, absolutely. And
it's sad that I can't remember that.
The next clip I'm about to play, I said this in 2019. It's going to be a big year. I feel it.
It's going to be a big goddamn year, homeboy. It's going to be a big fucking year. You just strap on 2019, Nick. You just strap the fuck on.
I had no idea. Like we said before, all fucking hell broke loose. and that is a fact. So that was the understatement of the year.
Yeah.
And that started getting me to thinking, okay, we're halfway through. Obviously, the first 6 months didn't go exactly as planned.
Yeah.
So let's talk about what the next 6 months are going to look like. Like, have you adjusted any of your goals that you set for your endeavors or anything of that nature?
We've definitely stepped the bar up on pretty much everything we're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, the podcast, the filters, the coffee, like shit's changing quick. Yeah. And it's evolving fast.
It had to. You really didn't have a problem. You couldn't stay with the status quo.
No.
You talked about it before. You you organized your businesses in a way where you didn't have a lot of overhead.
Yeah.
So it was easy to be flexible
Yeah.
and move things around to kind of adjust. And not every business has that luxury.
Yeah, I know, man.
And we know a lot of business owners with some of those issues. And that's the reason we did the small business shout out. And we'll be doing it again because COVID-19 is still here. And
I got a feeling it's going to be here for a little bit, dude.
yeah,
Like
so
it's going to hang around for a little bit.
everybody's, doing their best to try to be flexible and try to navigate it. And we're going to do our part as always. We had one last resolution that we made together. Let's make also a New Year's resolution be for us to be in Studio A next year.
Oh, hey, that's coming, man. That's
Let's
coming.
get inside
That's
that
coming.
studio.
Look.
Yeah, buddy.
Got him.
So we did. Hey, we did
that.
pretty good, man. You're 100%. I'm 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Hey, we're doing pretty good. 2020 has been an experience.
Yeah.
That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
But we're doing the damn thing, and we're gonna keep pushing. And we appreciate everybody who supported us through all of this craziness. And hopefully, what we've done is, like we've always tried to do, be a little bit of a distraction and bring some positivity into your life with all the crazy stuff that's going on. You ready to turn the heat up, brother?
No. But yes, I will.
Okay. Let me mute us again. Let's turn the heat up. Thank you so much for your patience. Yeah, that's not bad, man. That's like work to me. I grew up on Jacques Boudin in Texas City. Holler, Texas City. Y'all probably remember Jacques. Jacques isn't there anymore, man, but I think I was 2-3 years old eating that stuff. Oh, he's still chewing. Okay, my bad. Yeah, so I grew up eating spicy stuff. My parents told me I'd be sitting there with a pacifier in my hand, eating Boudin in the other one, doing this joint right here, sweating. You good? You good?
I'm good.
All right, Maddie.
I'm good.
Uncle Chris did you good. He didn't smack in the microphone.
I'm trying.
Okay. This is a topic that I feel like is relevant and doesn't need to be political. It can be, as we've talked about before. Everything is. But there's a debate right now about Confederate statues and whether they should or should not come down.
Uh-huh.
So I've actually been doing a lot of research on this in the past few weeks because I didn't want to speak on it because I didn't really know exactly what these monuments and these statues were for.
Uh-huh.
But I saw during a lot of these riots and stuff, man, they're getting defaced, they're getting ripped down. And I was like, I don't know if that's the way to do it, but let me see if I can try to understand why these people think that they need to be brought down. So before I get into a little bit of the research I did, I just wanted to hear your point of view on it.
Dude, to be honest, I don't. This is going to sound horrible.
You don't care?
I've distanced myself so far from it, man. I don't.
Yeah.
Hey, look, you want to keep them up? Fucking keep them up. You want to take them bitches down? Take them down.
Yeah.
My only thing is, you cannot. I don't care what you do. I don't care what action you take right here, right now. You're never going to erase history.
Right.
And the only way to do better is to learn from history.
Right.
Whether that be a statue or a book, or remember the times that you don't want to be in. Remember the mistakes
Right.
you made back in the day and do better here and now.
Right.
That's my thing.
Okay.
You can't erase history.
And you can't. And I can see your point 100%.
But to answer your question, I don't give a fuck.
Right.
I don't care.
Yeah.
Like one way or the fucking other. It does
So
not faze
I
me
guess
at all.
my rebuttal to that would be, yes, we want to know our history and learn from history. In New York City, there is a Holocaust museum, and you can learn everything you need to know about the Holocaust in this museum.
So should that be? I mean,
Well, what there is not is a statue of Hitler outside of Madison Square Garden. Like,
okay, I
it's
get
different.
that. I see that. Okay.
If you want, like, take these statues and these monuments and move them to a museum about the Civil War.
Fair enough. I like that.
Okay, that's us knowing our history and learning.
Yeah,
from it. But
I can
to
dig
have
that.
some of these monuments that were built in reverence of some, first of all, to build a statue of a man, period, I don't care who he is, like, there's no man in the world who deserves to have a statue up.
No.
That's basically turning it into an idol. And there's not a man on this earth who's perfect.
Yeah.
Take away because, a lot of people have said, well, what's going to come down next? George Washington. Yeah, George Washington did some fucked up shit. Abraham Lincoln probably did some fucked up shit. I know everybody, like, Thomas Jefferson did some fucked up shit. Like, people are people. And the thing is, when history is told by the people who are in it, they're always going to tell the highlights and the good stuff, right?
Of course.
So, they say history is always told by the winner. Because if the South had won, what would the history be looking like today?
Yeah.
Would George Washington be a hero? Would, or not George, would Abraham Lincoln be a hero? Would all the presidents who followed after that, like, when you win the war, you get to tell the story, right?
Yeah.
So I can understand, and here's, before I get into some of these details, I can understand 100%. I mean, I'm from the South. Now, my history in the South is probably a little bit different from other people's. My family on my mother's side is from Ethiopia.
Okay.
And they came to the United States post-Civil War. So there was no slavery by the time.
Your mother's mother.
My
Or the
my great-great-grandfather
Okay.
came over. His name was Ezekiel. Came over from Ethiopia and landed in Galveston. And my family's been in Galveston County
Chilling.
ever since.
Chilling,
And I don't remember
chilling.
exactly what year that was, but I know it was post-Civil War.
Yeah.
And him being from Africa, even though slavery was over, he did not have a good time of things living in the United States.
Yeah.
So the history that my family has in the South is not, I mean, we did a little bit of research on it, and I don't want to, because I know there's other members of my family who know a lot more.
Yeah.
I do know that Ezekiel was put in prison for allegedly raping a white woman. Whether he actually raped her or not, I don't know, because that happened a lot back then.
Yeah.
If a black guy had sex with a white woman and somebody found out about it,
It was rape.
So, right.
Yes.
So I don't know that actually happened. From the stories I've heard, he wasn't the greatest person in the world.
Uh-huh.
I don't know what type of person I would be if I came to live in America in that environment, though.
Yeah.
So, like I said, not knowing a lot about it, but I can understand I would love to think that he was this great person and a hero and did all these great things. That's what everybody wants to believe about their lineage.
Yeah.
And so I understand people saying this is our heritage and it's something that we want to be proud of. And being proud of being Southern is one thing, but some of the imagery that people are associating with Southern pride is in fact a different type of imagery. Let me just give you a couple of examples. The vast majority of these Confederate monuments, when they went up, they didn't go up post-Civil War and people wanted them to look like heroes. The most of them were built during the era of Jim Crow laws, which is from 1877 all the way up to 1964. Okay. Are you familiar with Nathan Bedford Forrest?
No.
You ever watch Forrest Gump?
Yeah.
Okay, you remember he said that
Life is
he
like
was
a box of
he was
chocolates.
named after his great-great-grandfather Nathan Bedford Forrest.
Okay.
who
Yeah.
and he decided one day to get a group of his friends together and ride on their horses in their white robes and
Yes.
Okay, Nathan Bedford Forrest was from Memphis, Tennessee, and he was basically the founding father of the KKK.
Didn't know that.
There is a statue of him in Memphis, Tennessee. And he was alive during the Civil War. But there is a statue of him today in Memphis, Tennessee. Do you know when that statue was built?
I have no clue.
It was built in 1970. 1970. What was going on in 1970? I mean, that was 2 years after Martin Luther King was killed in Nashville. So, what's the reason you think that statue went up? Were they trying to honor a hero? Like,
if I'm a betting man, I'm pretty sure it's not up anymore. Has it been taken down?
To my knowledge, it is still up today.
It's still up.
To my knowledge, but I mean, there's a lot of crazy shit going on right now. So
yeah,
who knows? To my knowledge, it is still up. I will have to do some more research to find that out.
I mean, I don't want to sit here and I'm 100% uneducated on this subject. I'm not going to sit here and fucking act like I know what I'm talking about. But I don't see something going up without a purpose or a cause. I mean, somebody at some point, at some time, thought that this man was doing great things.
Let me tell you what. Let me tell you what.
I'm not justifying what he did or how he did.
Let me tell you what some people believe, and I would be inclined to agree with them. Their detractors believe that these were not built as memorials, but meant as an intimidation of African Americans during the Civil Rights Movement.
Okay.
And reaffirming white supremacy. On that point, if that's not enough for you, from the end of the 1800s to 1921, so the turn of the century, in the first decade, there were two major spikes. I'm sorry, at the turn of the century, there were two major spikes in the building of these monuments. The first was between the late 1800s to 1921. Excuse me. Man, eating and doing a podcast, bad idea. Okay. What was also happening at the turn of the century, there was the race riots of New York City and New Orleans, which was 1900, 1901. In that 10-year span, in the first decade, they averaged about 75 lynchings of black men between 1900 to 1910. 75 per year.
Jesus.
In 1901, there was 105 lynchings of black people in America. And if you do some history on what's called Black Wall Street, this is 1921, Tulsa, Oklahoma was a boom town for African Americans. Okay. They called it Black Wall Street. Okay. There were very affluent, business owning, property owning.
Yeah.
In Tulsa, Oklahoma. This is 1921. Some people decided they didn't like that, namely the KKK and other people, supporting white supremacy. So they burnt it to the ground, and nearly 300 people were killed in what they call the Black Wall Street Massacre. Mm-hmm. So this is in 1921. This is while they're building all these Confederate statues. The second spike was between 1948 and 1968. To people who say, well, that's in the middle, things were changing then. I don't know if you're familiar with a senator by the name of Theodore G. Bilbo. He was a Mississippi senator from 1934 to 1947. This is one of his quotes. "I call on every red-blooded white man to use any means to keep the N-word away from the polls. If you don't know what that means, you're just plain dumb. You and I both know the best way to keep an N-word from voting, you do it right before the election." So this is a senator who's basically telling people to go kill black people. What year is this? So they don't vote. He was a senator from 1934 to 1947. So, and he also later wrote a book called Take Your Choice, Separation or Mongrelization. And he was an admitted member of the KKK, even as a senator. As a senator, he was a part of the KKK. He's quoted as saying, once Ku Klux Klan, always Ku Klux Klan. Like, you don't get out of that. This is also around the time that the Confederate flag started coming back with the Dixiecrat Party. So these were symbols that were not there until African Americans started really trying to make a move to get their civil rights and liberties. And then all of a sudden, these monuments from Civil War era of Confederate soldiers and generals, all of a sudden that stuff starts popping up again. So
I genuinely hope someone who is listening to this was just educated.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know any of that.
Now,
I didn't know any of that.
There's some people who are going to hear that and be like, so, I don't care. They might. There's some people who will hear that. Look.
That's a pretty illogical.
There's going to be somebody out there who's probably like, oh, well, that is still. But here's the deal. Like, these things are symbols of oppression. And if we're going to, you're right. We have to know our history. We have to learn from history. So put that somewhere where history is taught. Put it in a museum.
I like that.
Don't name your school after a guy who was out fighting for the right to own slaves and for white supremacy. Like, that's my thing.
Yeah.
Now, like you said, there's a way to get it done. You want these statues to go away. You don't run out as a mob and smash them and deface them. This is my opinion. Now, maybe they feel like that's the only way to get it done.
Yeah.
Maybe they did grab a clipboard one day and start getting signed signatures for a petition. But to me, I'm like, okay, let's at least try that first. Then if it doesn't work, like I said, I'm not an advocate of violence and rioting and extreme measures like that. But if you look at the course of history, there's been a lot of times where people wanted to get things done and that peaceful protest route didn't work out for them. You look at the Boston Tea Party. It's a perfect example.
Yeah.
They were tired of being taxed by King George, so they went to the Boston Harbor and tore shit up and threw a bunch of tea in there. Like,
yeah.
We talked a lot before. We'll get to this subject later. We were talking about Chaz or Chapo or whatever and how insane and crazy those people are. I'm like, hey, man, during the American Revolution, I bet there was a lot of people who were like, what? Y'all, wait a minute. Y'all want to be independent? Y'all want to commit treason against the king? Oh, hell no. Y'all are crazy, I mean, I'm not saying it's the exact same thing, but I'm just saying, like, I'm not gonna sit back and pretend that I know exactly what I would do in that situation. Mm-hmm. I mean, history is going to tell the story 30, 40, 50 years from now.
Yeah.
Exactly who these people were. So I'm just saying, when it comes to your heritage, I know everybody wants to be proud. And look, I have Southern pride, but the stuff that I just read off is not stuff that I'm proud of.
Yeah.
And I think you can have Southern pride without
that
glorifying that.
Yeah, of course.
Absolutely. So, just do some research. We talked about that in the last episode. Just ask a few questions. Instead of just getting pissed off and being like, oh, hell no. And just ask a few questions and then ask yourself, okay, I'm proud to be a Southerner. I'm proud to be a Southerner myself. I'm sure you are as well. But we can not honor and make monuments to that and still be proud of who we are.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I just sit here for fucking 5 minutes and listen because I had no clue of any of that.
Yeah,
none. I didn't know any of that.
So let's just do a little bit of research, do your history, and you might not completely change your mind, but you might have a better understanding of why some of these people think this stuff needs to go.
Yeah,
and that's all it is. All right, man. You ready to turn that heat up? You're gonna want to have your tongue.
I'm already sweating.
You're gonna want to have your tongue operational, because you know what we're talking about next. I wonder what President Kanye would do about the Confederate statues. Let's go ahead and turn this heat up first, man, and we're gonna rap about it.
Okay.
We're going with the mango habanero next. And I'm positive that's considerably hotter than what we just ate. It's a sauce too, Chris. I'm gonna let you go first this time. You got something to sip on or chew on just in case? Yes. Okay. All right, here we go. You good? Hotter than Kanye's new album. Yeah. All right, let's got some heat to it. Woo. All right, man. You told me Kanye had your vote.
Okay, so
you told me Kanye had your vote, man. This is what I'll go ahead and say your piece. And then we're going to get into some of his policies here, man.
All right, give me a second.
Woo! It's getting warm in here.
Yep, now I'm really fucking sweating. My whole fucking honey barbecue ass is fucking about to die over here.
You're gonna be all right.
Okay.
I don't want to have to give you CPR. That's not the hottest wing we have, by the way.
Okay, Kanye 2020. I don't even know where to start. I saw that, and I'm one of those guys that's like, okay, you vote Libertarian. You're not voting for the lesser of two evils, you're voting for Republican. Okay?
Right.
You have this fucking jabroni over here who can't speak a full sentence or stay awake during a conversation. And you have this jabroni over here who's talking out the side of his head and fucking tweeting every 2 seconds.
Right.
It fucking drives me crazy. I can't stand it. That's why I've distanced myself from it. Okay?
Right.
So here comes fucking Kanye. People are like, he ain't got no a political background. I'm like, that's an unfucking fair argument, bitch. Look where we're
Exactly.
sitting right fucking now, okay?
Yep.
Completely unfair.
Yep.
Shut the fuck up, sit down. And then he fucking released his
His policies.
policy. I don't know how true his article is. I saw
Dude, it's Forbes magazine.
his running mate. Have you seen this? I don't know how true this is.
If you saw the Joel Osteen, that was fake.
Okay.
He has selected Elon Musk as his running mate. And Elon Musk says he's got his full support. Elon Musk is a smart motherfucker.
Yeah.
Smart dude.
Yeah.
And
Elon
you know
Musk,
what?
Elon Musk is the motherfucker that said, you got a 10-year dream, make it happen in 6 months.
Yeah,
That's how he's become so fucking successful.
exactly. So,
This is okay.
let me
so
say-
all bullshit aside,
you do know Kanye's dropping an album in like a month, right?
yes,
Okay.
you do know that Kanye is I don't know 2 years ago transformed into this fucking almighty Christian that
Right.
everybody's fucking bowing down to now.
Right.
Which
I'm just saying, like, we can't leave that out, that he's dropping an album soon. So this could just be a publicity stunt.
and I'm pretty damn sure it is. How you gonna fucking hop into election?
If it is a publicity stunt, he's not tipping his hand right now. He seems pretty fucking serious. If you remember 2 years ago at the MTV Music Awards, he got on stage and said he was going to run in 2020, and everybody was like, you're full of shit. That's funny. And then, like, he didn't crack a smile, and everybody was like,
why now though?
is this motherfucker serious?
Why now?
There's a lot of speculation on that. Some people believe he's trying to take votes from Biden.
This is what I genuinely think. Okay.
Yeah.
He threw his hat in the ring. He knows he's going to get the black vote and he's going to get the Christian vote.
But is he?
I would say so.
I don't know how much black media you follow or listen to, but they're not really feeling Kanye right now. They haven't been for a while. Like, everybody's pretty much on the Kanye's done lost his damn mind. type
Okay,
shit.
let me-
And
let
it has
me-
nothing to do. I mean, I'm not
let
gonna
me
say it has
rephrase
nothing
that.
to do with his support.
I would say that's
Of-
his hopes.
Trump not that long ago. Yeah.
He says he's taking off the MAGA hat. Okay. Like, I'm sorry, dude. Like, you were in a fucking MAGA hat 2 months ago, sucking it up on Trump. Like, get the fuck out of here.
I think
I think
I'm just in shock that we're even fucking having this conversation. That was a pretty good wings, man. I think I would eat another one.
No.
Would you eat another one?
I mean, if somebody like twisted my arm,
I would sit down and eat a plate of those probably. It's better now. You good
I'm like
now?
holding my tongue back. Like,
Okay. Well, we're about to kick it up in a little bit, but this is what I want to ask you.
okay.
Like, if you decided, okay, I'm going to start looking at candidates to find out if I want to vote for this person or not. Like, what's the first policy you would want to know? Like, where does this guy stand on this? Because I have a list of his shit, and I'll tell you where Kanye stands on it.
Limited government is numero uno. Stay the fuck out of my shit. Stay out of my business.
Let's see. What would you qualify that as? Because it gets more specific.
I mean, you could go into details for hours. I just feel like
I mean,
there's no reason for the government to have their hand in every single fucking pot in everybody's pockets. There's
Okay.
no reason for that.
Well, okay. This is what we'll start then. Because most people consider Republicans to be conservative, limited government, and Democrats to want bigger government and more government control. So the question naturally is what party is Kanye going to run as?
Well, he can't run as either.
Exactly. So he decided he's making his own party.
No, I ain't seen this.
It's called the Birthday Party. Because when he wins, it's going to be America's birthday. It's going to be everybody's birthday.
Shut the fuck up.
He's in the new party, the Birthday Party. Now, I don't know if the Birthday Party is conservative when it comes to spending in government. I've never heard of this. And he really didn't expand farther than that. Why the Birthday Party? Because when I win, it's going to be everybody's birthday.
Get the fuck out of here.
And he literally asked Trump and Biden to just bow out now. He's asking them to just go ahead and bow out because he's going to win.
Bro.
So I don't know if that means limited government or big government because
we about to have a motherfucking birthday party.
The birthday party, most people like big birthday parties. So I don't know. I don't know what to tell you, man. What would be your next question about policy if you were looking to vote for somebody?
I hate talking policy because it automatically makes me look right. Because I'm not, but like Second Amendment is another big one for me.
I don't think he touched on that. See, that's the problem. A lot of this he doesn't get into.
Yeah.
And they ask him questions like, let me find it. On taxes. Most people want to know about taxes. Like, are you going to tax the fuck out of me? Here's Kanye's answer. I haven't done enough research on that yet. I will research that with the strongest experts that serve God and come back with the best solution.
I can't. And
that may be my answer for that. I haven't researched. I have the earplug in, and I'm going to use that earplug. I have no idea what the fuck that means.
Sounds like something Joe Biden wrote.
I don't know what that means, dude. But let's see. Here's his policy on. Let's see. What are his other priorities? He said he wants to clean up chemicals in our deodorant and in our toothpaste. There are chemicals that affect our ability to serve God.
To serve
God. In your toothpaste and in your deodorant, there are chemicals that affect your ability to be able to be in service to God. I hope they let him in the debates so he can expound on that. Like, I got to know, what the fuck are you talking about? Let's see. On China, he just says, I love China. I love China. It's not the Chinese people's fault that there's a disease. That's because China be buying them Yeezys like a motherfucker. He's not stupid. He's a capitalist, brother. And he's about to drop that album. You know everybody in China is going to be buying it, so he knows this. He wants to reinstate prayer in school. People are going to be on that. This is the policy that sold me, bro. Because they wanted to know, okay, what is a Kanye West government going to look like? A lot of Africans do not like the movie Black Panther and representation of themselves and Wakanda. But I'm going to use the framework of Wakanda right now because it's the best explanation of what our design group is going to feel like in the White House. Have you seen Black Panther?
No.
Okay. That's another thing I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. But basically, the Kanye White House is going to be run like a fake city in a comic book movie. That's how he's going to run it.
Okay. Like, dream big,
hey,
dog.
Man,
dream
big.
He
envisions his White House organizational model based on the secret country of Wakanda and Black Panther. What are some other things he said? He's never voted in his life. He's running for president. He's got Elon Musk's support. He's no longer a supporter of Trump. He's okay with siphoning black votes from the Democrats because he feels like that's what should happen.
That's what this whole thing is about. That right there.
Yeah.
This is how I see this playing out. Kanye jumps in. Kanye takes the black and the Christian votes.
Dude.
He takes them away from Biden, which is going to put Trump back in.
For Kanye.
Bro,
no one is voting for Kanye.
I bet the fuck they will.
I'll bet you another box of Buffalo Wild Wings.
Okay.
If Kanye gets 1% of the vote, I will secede and I will eat an entire box.
Okay. Deal.
I will eat an entire box of blazing Buffalo Wild Wings.
Deal.
Right now. If he gets 1%. And that's okay. Gary Johnson did like the best of any third party in a really long time in 2016. I think he got 3%.
Yes.
So if Kanye gets 1% of the vote, I will eat a 10-piece. I will eat a 10-piece of blazing wings. Speaking of blazing wings, you know what? All this talk of Kanye being president, it got us to thinking. Why not the fuck us?
Where's my pen at? Why
not the fuck us? How about a Stevenson Clark ticket? Now, here's the deal. Here's the deal. The Stevenson Clark ticket, it's not president and vice president.
No, sir.
We're two guys, one president. Okay?
That's it.
Because it's obviously a hard job. We don't have that much experience. If we put our heads together, look at what we did at this motherfucker. Okay?
We built a goddamn studio.
Thank you. We had zero experience in podcasting. Zero, like, I know you knew how to build walls, but I didn't know how to build a wall. Hey, America, Chris Clark knows how to build a wall. Now, okay. So we started thinking, okay, maybe we should run for president. And you know what? We have more answers than Kanye has when it comes to our policy.
I just want to say something real quick because I'm
you
disappointed in myself.
Yeah.
I had an outfit planned for this and everything, dog.
I'm getting.
I cut the grass. I'm getting all showered up.
Yes.
And I go to put my fucking Hawaiian shirt on.
And why were you going to put the Hawaiian shirt on?
Just, it's my fanciest shirt I got.
And because
we just announced.
And because what party are we? We are the Luau party. Okay. Kanye's got birthday party.
We got the Luau party.
We are the Luau party. We're including everybody. Hawaii, I see you. Number 50. We love you. Okay? We haven't forgot about y'all. We are the Luau party.
Anyways, my fucking Hawaiian shirt didn't fit on my fat ass, and
it's
I'm kind of
okay,
disappointed.
Man. You got time. You got it. It just has to fit in November, brother.
There you go.
That's all.
There you go.
When we're taking that nomination. So, what would a Chris Clark, Nick Stevenson dual presidency look like?
Let's hear it.
Well, we are a part of the Luau party. Now we need help with the slogan. You guys can vote which of these two you think would be best. Chris says, "Make 2008 Ford body styles again."
That one.
What do you like about the what makes the 2008 Ford body style great?
Dude, it's not the, I mean, it is the round body. It's the mix in between the round body and the new body style.
Right.
It's that perfect blend.
Yeah.
It's a perfect blend of a Ford vehicle.
And
I'm a Ford guy.
You know?
Don't crucify me.
For some people, they didn't have a lot of things to be happy about in 2008, so they can probably relate to the Ford body style. It was the one bright shining light for somebody, so bring those back.
I love it.
I like it. My slogan for our campaign would be, "Yes, we can, but we probably won't." And I think what that has going for it is its honesty. People want an honest president who's going to admit their limitations.
There you go.
And as much as we might be able to get done, you know, we're going to be honest and tell you, you know what, I can't do that. You know, climate change, honestly, I don't know what the fuck to do about that. Is it real? Is it not real? Nobody really wants to agree on it. And the fact of the matter is we are 15% of the entire world. So
there you go.
You know, yes, we can, but we probably won't.
This music is nice.
It's relaxing, isn't it? It's the luau party. All right, we've decided for social justice and race relations, we're just going to dip every American in blue latex so that we are all the same color. Are you familiar with the Blue Man Crew?
Yes.
Okay. That is what everybody would look like. How can you be racist if everybody looks the same? All right. I'm telling you, it's a great idea. What do we got here? Healthcare. That's important. We've decided to give fake Canadian IDs to everyone.
Go to Canada.
With an instructional video
of how to get there.
Of how to look and sound Canadian.
I boot that.
Yeah, that's going to be a little hard for the dark-skinned people, but we got you. We got a video and everything. Justice reform. We appoint Batman as the leader of the DOJ. Formerly the DOJ is now known as the TJL, which is the Justice League. Police reform, we remove all tires from police cars.
Just they're gonna sit stagnant.
Yes. No tires. I mean, they'll still go.
Yeah.
But they can't go as fast without the tires.
And they'll be you will hear them coming.
All right.
They'll be very loud.
As far as foreign trade, everybody wants to know, what are we gonna do about China? Well, I just say that we sanction and put tariffs on all dildos that are ordered off the Wish app. And all those freaky ass sex toys that they advertise and nobody really understands why they're on your shit. And then Chris is going to be in charge of immigration, and he says we're just going to adopt Mexico.
That's it.
Poof. You're in the U.S. now.
Part
You're already here. You don't have to cross the river. You're already here.
What's up, man?
So, and what we've decided to do, since we are a two-man presidency, we have to have a vice, And so what we've decided to do is get our man Rolando Libre to be our vice president. Now, he is yet to accept this nomination, but I'm calling you out right now, Rolando. If you accept this nomination to be our vice president, Clark Stevenson 2020 with Rolando Libre, I'm telling you, man, we're gonna make 2008 Ford body styles again, and we're gonna let everybody know, yes, we can, though we probably won't. Guys, if this shit sounds crazy to you,
This is the fucking world we're living in right now. This is it.
I'm sorry,
living
but
in a crazy ass world.
We gave more policy just now
Than fucking Kanye
Kanye West did. And Chris thinks he's going to get over 1% of the vote. We'll see. We'll see. I know we said we don't talk politics, and I didn't really, like, this is all in jest. Like, I don't know. You seem to be taking this a little bit more serious than I am. I think Kanye knows he's about to drop an album. And
I think it's, I'm pretty damn sure it's going to fucking go.
I bet you, because you just said that all of a sudden a couple years ago, I guarantee you he's going to steal some evangelical votes because he is on the pulpit 24/7.
We just need to get on Occupy Democrats and see what's going on. See what they think.
I'm telling you, dude. I listen to a lot of black media. They're not feeling Kanye right now. Like, they're just not. All right, man. Weren't we supposed to turn up the heat on that one?
I don't know. Nick, did you fuck
we
that
weren't.
up?
We weren't.
Okay.
No, I did not fuck it up. We're supposed to turn the heat up on the next one, and that's good because I don't know how much you're going to be able to talk about this, but you might not be able to talk anyway. Okay, so we talked about Chaz/Chop before, and you and I have discussed this at length, and we're not going to get into that too much. You ready to sweat? We're not going to get into it too much, but I want to know, after you eat one of them wings, I want to know if you could barricade off your own section of this neighborhood and you became the United States or the United Streets. The
United Streets.
The United Streets of Chris Clark. What exactly would that look like? But before you tell me, let's get on these chicken wings, man. It's time. I'm having a feeling we're not even going to talk about this subject after eating these. Are you going first? Oh, shit. I'm going to commentate. Chris is opening
Dude, I don't know, man. I don't know about this shit.
Chris is opening the box now. I'm going to wait for you. Wait. You ready?
Look,
man, don't put the whole thing in your mouth.
You're making the fucking mayonnaise eating motherfucker eating these fucking flame balls first.
Okay, man, don't put the whole, you gonna put the whole thing in your mouth?
No. Fuck no, I'm gonna take a bite of this bitch.
Okay, guys, here we go. I'm already sweating. You can probably see it in the camera. Let's go. Let's do this. It's not that bad because it's all breaded. Hold up. It's more tingly than hot. Okay, hold on, pause. Okay. What's the United Streets of Chris look like? Dude, I need to chew on a napkin. Woo!
You want to
Yeah, buddy. Hold on. It's in my sinuses.
Okay, now that YouTube knows what bitches we are.
Hey, I'm good. I'm good. Hold on.
And that beer's hot as fuck.
It's not that bad. It's not that bad. It's coming down now. I'm not fucking with your ulcer, am I? You have ulcer?
No.
Okay.
Whew, but I got sweat glands and them motherfuckers are going.
Okay. I'm sorry about this, YouTube. We could do. Ooh.
Bro, I don't know. I don't know about that shit. I'm fucking sweating like a whore in church.
Kanye,
now.
you better not motherfucking get no 1% vote. If anybody votes for Kanye, I'm kicking your ass. Woo!
Okay,
Let me get one of them napkins, homeboy.
my chair's wet from the sweat.
Nuh-uh.
Yes, it is. And my boob sweat starting to happen too.
Okay. All right, we're good. Whew. So,
That last one was a bad idea. That was bad.
ha,
That's the hottest one that got.
yes. It's
Yeah,
not.
no more of that. Mm-mm.
It's not that bad.
I took a fucking bite, bro, and I'm about to pass out.
I ate the whole thing. Holy shit. Sorry, people. All right. Okay. All right, man. It's not that bad.
It's
We're good.
cooling off now.
We're good. We're
It's
good.
cooling off. That's probably the first beer I've had in probably 2 years. By the way. Will you hand me the napkins, please?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. My apologies. All right, man. What does the Chris Clark utopia look like? Because apparently these people. Oh, God, dog. It just made it to my stomach now. Ah!
Okay, I'm going to say this really quick. Really fast.
Okay. Don't throw up.
I'm not going to throw up. I'm good.
Okay.
I'm good.
My stomach's bubbling.
Okay. Chris Clark Utopia. Simple, efficient,
Yes.
heavily armed. You must be useful. The only way that you
So if you can't shoot, you can't live there?
no. There's several. There's several ways to be useful. Okay,
Yes.
farming and
Okay.
livestock and tending to children
Right.
and education, and there's several ways. There's several ways to be useful. Okay.
Is there room for a podcast host in Chrisville?
Well, of course.
Okay.
Well, of course. Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah, because that's about the only thing I'm good at. I can hold a flashlight. I'm good at that too. Woo!
Fully self-sufficient,
Can you see the sweat on me?
dude. I'm
Okay.
not gonna take my hat off because I don't want the world to see my fucking goofy ass haircut. But this hat's
good
almost
now.
fucking soaking wet.
We're good. It's not. Is it better?
That was nasty, and this is fucking nasty, and I'm out of fucking coffee. And
The
I'm
beer's not bad. It's just not.
It's
It's not cold right now. Was it as hot as you thought it was gonna be, or?
I don't fuck with hot wings. I don't
Right,
fuck with hot wings.
right.
Like that first one was fucking. It was, bro. When I eat barbecue, when I eat wings,
Oh, I think
eat
I touched my face.
honey. Ooh, up in the eyes.
Yeah, it's all good.
I eat honey barbecue on boneless wings. Like I am that basic bitch.
Let me get that napkin. I definitely touched my face. Bad idea. Okay. Okay, so simple, efficient.
Simple, efficient, heavily armed, educated.
It sounds like it's hard to get in the United Streets of Chris.
No. It's
Oh my God! It's in my eye.
you got to fight through, Nick. This was your fucking stupid idea. This is your fucking idea. I don't even feel sorry for you.
Okay, in the United Streets of Nick, there are no blazing hot wings from fucking Buffalo Wild Wings. Fuck that shit. It's in my eye, bro. It's like it's all the way in there. Motherfucker. Okay. In the United States of Nick, Streets of Nick. There's no social media. Like, none. I'm sorry. Like, people on social media just... We've lost track of interaction with people face to face. And people have gotten bold and they
Can you
say...
look at the camera while you're talking, please?
Dude, it's in my eye.
Oh, shit.
I'm not gonna jump in the swimming pool as soon as we're done. Head first. I'm gonna get through this because I'm a professional.
Okay.
So, like, it's no social media. People are gonna have to. Oh my god. Okay, I'm sorry. YouTube, I apologize. The United States of Nick would just be chill. Like, everybody be chilling. There's no beef. There's no politics. Oh shit, yeah,
We're touching the eye.
There's no beef. There's no politics. Like, everybody's cool with one another. If you're a cool person, it's kind of like Chris Clark's house when he was 14.
Okay,
If you're cool, you can chill.
Yeah.
You know.
Start fucking shit up, acting dumb, you out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fucking see you later.
Absolutely.
I dig that.
We're just gonna be chill and, like you said, be useful. Everybody have a role, and let's just have a good time, man.
I like it.
And I would probably, one of the reasons I'm looking forward to owning a house is because there's a lot of handy shit that I don't know how to do, and something is appealing to me about. I don't know if I would go as far as living in the Great Depression, but something's appealing to me about like having the bare minimum and fucking going and harvesting your own food and or hunting for it, like, because I don't know. I grew up in. With all due respect to my parents, I just didn't really learn how to do a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
Like, the first time I ever built anything is when we built a studio together.
Yeah.
And you knew everything to do, and I'm like, what's a 2x4? Like, I just didn't grow up doing stuff like that.
Yeah.
So part of the reason I'm looking forward to home ownership is because, like, it's going to be on me to fix shit.
Yeah.
I'm probably still going to call you. I'm not going to lie. But, yeah, man, if my utopia is everybody just getting along, man.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter, like, my utopia is basically our family, dude. Like, we don't give a shit about politics. We don't, like, if anybody who's in our circle, and if you're not in our circle, you need to get in our circle. But it's a strenuous process to get in our circle.
Yeah, there you go.
You got to be cool people and don't bring the bullshit with you. But, yeah, man, like, it would just be like our family is just on a bigger scale, man. Just everybody be cool with one another.
I dig it.
And we would wear gloves when we ate chicken wings.
You said no chicken wings.
No, that blazing shit is gonna be gone. It's out of there. All right, man. One of the topics I wanted to get into was conspiracy theories becoming normal, part of mainstream. But I got hot sauce in my fucking eye.
Yeah.
So, god damn. Okay, it's good. I got to be professional, though. So I want to thank everybody for listening. Thank everybody for tuning in. I hope you were entertained. If not anything, you can laugh at me for getting hot sauce in my eye. But I want to thank all of our affiliates and our sponsors once again. Urban Soap Bar, Josh Beard Realty. Also want to thank Energy Procurement Services. Lisa, thank you very much for your contributions to the show. And then our affiliates, Banerjee Plastic Surgery. Guys, you want to get in on this. They're giving you some sweet hookups.
This is big.
If you let Banerjee Plastic Surgery, and you can go on to BanerjeePlasticSurgery.com, let them know that you are a spirit sniffer and a listener of the Smells Like Middle-Aged Spirit podcast. You're going to get discounts on Botox and some of their similar products as well. The biggest part I saw, they're going to give you $1,000 off of any cosmetic surgery.
Finally get my boobs done.
You know what? I'm thinking me and you together, a little bit of lipo, maybe some butt implants. Like, we're on camera now, so we gotta look good. And I think if we send enough business their way, that might hook us up.
There you go.
So, guys, go on to BanerjeePlasticSurgery.com. Ask for my baby girl, Whitney. She's the best in the biz. She's gonna get you hooked up. And Dr. Banerjee is a very cool dude, and he's a good surgeon. That's the most important part. You can trust him to cut your body open. I'll tell you that much. And then my man Marquez Williams from Pop Socks. Thank you so much for your contributions as well. Once again, go on to popsocks.com, and if you use the promo code Spirit Sniffers, you will get 10% off of your order there. And we have a new sponsor, If it's scary, call
Stephen Terry.
My man with Stephen Terry, Pest Elimination. Guys, we've always said sponsorship, affiliates, that was never, like I said, we've gone through ebbs and flows, but what we learned is like the most important part about doing this podcast is the connections we make with the people.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the fact that these people are trusting us, put our name in association with their company, like we're very appreciative of that. Just like we're appreciative of everybody who's been following us and listening to us since last November. Okay, we got that out of the way. Chris, this was very interesting.
To say the least.
My eye is fucking on fire right now, and I'm trying to be cool about it because I don't want to look like a little bitch. Our table is probably all fucking messed up.
They done
Ladies
messed
and
up
gentlemen,
my camera view.
Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Once again, go to our YouTube page. Please hit subscribe, like the videos that we have posted there, and you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and just keep sharing with all your friends. Don't forget our promos, the So You Think You Can podcast. Share with 15 of your friends. Have them vote for you by tagging us and hashtag podcast takeover and your name to vote for you. And then we still need people who are looking for love. If you want to be one of the two P's in the podcast, send us a video submission telling us about you and why you deserve to find love. And we'll help you find it. We'll try at least.
We're going to try.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can, but we probably won't. No. All right, Chris, man, this was fun. It was a good episode. We got a lot of cleaning up to do.
Yes,
I got to dunk my head in some water or ice, something. But thank you guys very much for listening. We'll see you guys in a week. My name's Nick Stevenson.
And my name's Chris Clark, and we'll see y'all next time.
You've been listening to the Smells Like Middle-Aged Spirit podcast with Nick and Chris. For more show content, follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.